Good evening. We're in Studio 6F today, and it's June 10th, 2025. And it's certainly my pleasure and honor to be speaking with Mr. John J. Jeckovich. How are you doing today?
Good, very good, thank you.
You're looking nice in your new clothes. I heard you had a special visitor over.
Yeah, Amber, yeah.
How did you guys get along today?
Good. She's still got a problem with her nose.
Yeah. You guys are like two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Did you draw anything, or did you go to lunch together or dinner together?
No, she didn't stay long. She didn't stay long.
What'd she do? Just sit around and talk with you?
Yeah.
So you had a nice day.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's a nice girl. That's truly a nice girl.
We got a big parade coming up, Dave. The parade? 250th?
Oh, 250th anniversary of the Army's coming up on the 14th.
Yeah.
We'll do something special that day. Did you have those candles with you?
Oh, yeah, I think I put them in his room already.
Oh, I like to show.
I'll go get them.
But anyways, Amber is a fine young lady. She's just in her 20s. She visits Mr. Jeckovich 3 or 4, maybe more times a week. What a refreshing breath of fresh air to have a young girl like that visiting Mr. Jeckovich. And, you know, that's the difference between someone that's egocentric and Amber's Christocentric. She's a full-time missionary. She travels the world with the Bible in one hand and her surfboard in the other, right?
Yeah.
How's that Bible look?
Born out.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Even though Amber lives right on the ocean, she could roll out of bed and be in the sand. I guess when you're an avid surfer like that, you're always looking for the next wave, a bigger wave, a faster wave, a different setting. Amber spent over 4 months living in Malibu, California, surfing several times a day, and then the storms came. She beat the fires by 2 weeks, or 2 days.
Show everybody those candles.
Hold that up, Mr. Jeckovich. We're preparing for your 100th birthday.
Now, who's this from?
1 second. We're preparing for your 100th birthday.
Hold it up, John.
On October 17th, and we have special candles. They're made out of frontline infantrymen. Those are candles for your cake, Mr.
Yeah,
Jeckovich.
turn it this way, John, so they can see them. Yeah, lift it up a little higher.
We're hoping to have 100,000 birthday cards for Mr. Jeckovich.
Or at least 100. That's our goal.
We're hoping to have at least 100,000 birthday cards for Mr. Jeckovich for his 100th birthday.
What address should we use?
You could please text me at 407-366-0000. You could simply send a text birthday card or text us, and Mr. Jeckovich will give you his physical mailing address. So Mr. Jeckovich was born in 1928, and now here we are.
1925.
Oh, geez.
October 17th, 1925.
Oh, you geez. Hold on. Mr. Jeckovich was born October 17th, 1925. Man, you're sharp as a tack.
I know.
You're sharp as a tack. You picked up that number so quickly. Mr. Jeckovich was born on October 17th, 1925. Now here we are, 2025. Mr. Jeckovich is knocking on the door 100. Hear the door knocking. It's knocking.
Yeah, eternity.
The pearly gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. When Mr. Jeckovich was born during the Great Depression, gasoline was 7 cents a gallon. Beautiful new homes were less than $2,000. Beautiful new cars were $400 or $500. Mr. Jeckovich was born during the Depression when everyone conserved. But you didn't think you were in poverty, did you?
Well, I was a young kid, I don't understand.
You thought everything was normal,
Oh,
right?
and East had a new outfit and everything.
Yeah. Mr. Jeckovich was a frontline fighter during World War II. He was drafted. They sent him as a teenager to the front line. He was in Company H, the 2nd Battalion, of the 291st Regiment of the 75th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army during World War II. Mr. Jeckovich lives by the motto, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. Hey, listen, boys and girls. It's a short dance around the sun. Listen to me. It's a short dance around the sun. Life goes by quickly. Let's talk to Mr. Jeckovich. You said you blinked your eyes.
I'm 100 now. I'm 100.
Where the hell did 80 years go?
Oh, yeah.
Where the hell did 80 years go? That is so beautiful, Mr. Jeckovich. And we have 600 podcasts. Mr. Jeckovich looks forward to them every day. Brand new clothes every day. I guess his closet is big as a normal bedroom, but he's doing really well. But his book was written from the time he was 11 to when his mother passed away at 89, and he took care of his mother from 11 years old because his father died. His father was a legal immigrant that came from Russia through Ellis Island. Mr. Jeckovich's father's name was Marion Jeckovich, and he worked 3 jobs, breaking his back almost as like a slave labor, trying to give this family a better life. At the age of 43, a nighttime 3rd job, he was mixing cement, which is hard. He didn't have no electric mixer. He mixed it himself, right?
Yeah.
By hand. He died of a heart attack at 43. At 43. Now look these are the immigrants that came in over 100 years ago to give, not to take. These are the immigrants that came that made this country better. These are the immigrants who built New York stone from stone, brick to brick, street to street. They would never have their hand out. They only gave. They only gave. They gave everything. Mostly in Mr. Jeckovich's neighborhood, there was Italian and Polish immigrants.
Yeah.
Hard-working people. Never a handout. Even if you offered them something, which no one would, they would never accept it. You wonder why we call it the best generation? They built the country. They did beautiful things. And now...
22 minutes.
And now we have this mess with all these illegal aliens. What do you think?
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, big difference.
Between your father...
They're never going to recover.
Big difference between your father and your mother and these son of a bitches today. These fucking illegal aliens are destroying this country. They have their hand out. Free food, free housing, free monthly money to live on each month.
Yeah.
And they're still bitching.
And they don't work.
Yeah, no, they don't work. They come to cause violence. They come to cause chaos. If you're a white man, try to go to an emergency room one day. You'll see 16 illegal aliens in an emergency room in front of you because someone has a fucking sniffle. These dirty bastards are destroying this country. We recently seen where some prick was waving the Guatemalan flag while he was burning and pissing on the American flag.
Yeah.
This is the man that saved his country. And it's so disrespectful that these 20 million bastards are in this country destroying it. Destroying it. Oh, I'm sure there might be a couple good ones, but the majority are absolutely horrible.
They got a different way of living.
Yeah, they're fucking animals. I talked to one manager at Publix, and all these people were on food stamps, and he told me they'd go right to the $30 and $40 a pound steaks. They'd buy every steak in a goddamn Publix. The illegals would take it home, put it on their patio or windowsill till it got spoiled, bring it back the next day, and get cash for it.
Yeah.
So it's bad.
Yeah.
Corporate Publix in Lakeland says let them do it.
Yeah.
We want no trouble. But what a difference, what a disgusting situation. So here we are honoring this man. I don't even think we could honor him with the respect that he deserves. And then at the same side, we're listening to these bastards that just come here and are destroying this country in every way, shape, or form. Mr. Jeckovich was part of the most selfless and courageous operation in the history of human mankind. He was in World War II. Mr. Jeckovich and others left their homes to help out complete strangers whom they had nothing in common. They were complete strangers.
Yeah.
How about these illegal aliens? You think they'd help anyone out?
No.
Kill you, rape you, rob you?
Yeah.
Those dirty bastards. Maybe we can't even express the thanks we have to give to Mr. Jeckovich and other front lines. May we be worthy of their legacy. I don't even know how we could even be worthy of their legacy because they gave so much and asked for so little.
Love you too. Have a good night.
Mr. Jeckovich, during World War II, he was shot in the shoulder by a sniper. He was beat up hand to hand, stabbed,
Lost a hip.
lost a hip,
18.
bombed, still has that shrapnel in his leg, and trench foot and frostbite. 80 years later, you're still suffering from
Frostbite, yeah, right now, yeah.
80 years later.
Yeah.
What's a dirty bomb?
Dirty bombs, all kinds of razors, screwdrivers, everything else. That
Yeah,
anything that could hurt you.
yeah. The evil Nazis would make a bomb, put all kinds of old bolts and nuts, razor blade, screwdrivers, old wrenches, anything when it blows up, it does the most amount of damage in the largest area. That's the garbage that Mr. Jeckovich still has in his leg. That's the garbage Mr. Jeckovich still has in his leg. But he goes further. We did a story on Donald Lape about 2 or 3 days ago. It's a beautiful story in one of our podcasts. Its title is Donald Lape. What a hero. He's a teenage boy, just like Mr. Jeckovich. And all the guys were teenagers, right?
Yeah.
And what did Donald Lape keep doing?
Popping his head up.
Like, show us how.
Yeah, go like this.
Yeah.
Wanted to see, but I said, Pop, keep your head down, put your hands over your head.
And what happened?
He got his head blown off.
Yeah, the same shrapnel that's in Mr. Jeckovich's leg is the same bomb that hit Donald Lape, blew his head off. Yeah, it's powerful bombs. And then instant death, and just his glasses were hanging from Donald Lape's ears. Mr. Jeckovich closed his eyes and eyelids, and then took out one dog tag and sent a glowing letter to his mother and father, Mabel Lape. And you could read that in the podcast, 2 or 3 days old. We read the story about that, but we also found, was very lucky, we found a letter that Donald Lape's mother wrote to Mr. Jeckovich. She called him Johnny. She wrote him back a letter thanking him for updating her about his son, and that they'll have to get together sometime soon. And this is why it gets back to the greatest generation. We call Mr. Jeckovich simply Mr. Jeckovich. She calls him Johnny. So she sent in this beautiful letter. There's many things. You have to listen to the back podcast. But here she is. She just lost her son. And her other older son's in the Navy. She just lost her son. And Donald Lape's best friend from New York, they were just notified that he was killed in action. That was Donald Lape's friend. They were always at the Lape house together. Donald Lape's best friend was killed at another location. And that best friend of Donald Lape, his father had a heart attack once he received the news. So there's so much misery.
Yeah,
and pain.
misery, yes it is.
It comes from the war. But I'm getting an example why it's the greatest generation that we could ever imagine. So Donald Lape's mother, after she went through all that, after Mabel Lape went through all that, her letter stated, Johnny, I'm putting together a package for you of all these little treats.
Yeah.
And I hope you're well, and I hope you do well, and hope it doesn't take several weeks to get. At this time, Mr. Jeckovich is still on the front line. Johnny, I'm putting together a package for you, a box, and I'm sending it out with all these nice treats for you. After this family went so much, 3 or 4 days ago, they're still trying to do good.
Yeah.
How is it today?
Right.
How do we compare people today?
Isn't that different?
Different. So how can we even actually come close to, given the type of respect that is needed for these World War II? Once again, we try our best, but may we be worthy of their legacy? I hope so. Seeing what's going on around the world is very sad. So Mr. Jeckovich, as a teenager, he didn't leave unscathed. I mentioned all his wounds and damages and bombs, but he left as a teenager boy. He left highly decorated. He had the Bronze Star Medal, Purple Heart Medal, Army Good Conduct Medal, Army Campaign Medal, European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal with 3 Bronze Service Stars, World War II Victory Medal, Army of Operations Medal with Germany clasp, Combat Infantry Badge, Sharpshooter Badge with carbine, pistol, and machine gun bars. Did you and Lape mostly use the machine gun?
Yeah.
And how was that machine gun? It was like, I know you said it was water cooled, but how would you cool that during the ice in the winter?
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze. How many people took to run that operation?
It was a platoon.
And then how heavy was, say...
One was a operator, what the people that handled the equipment for it, the routes, bringing it in for it, they were ammo bearers.
Okay, and how heavy was a tripod?
135 pounds.
So someone had to carry that around.
Yeah.
Machine gun, how heavy?
Yeah, machine gun, well, it was awkward, it was just a cylinder, but you had to be careful it wasn't hot.
Yeah, about how heavy?
I'd say about 100 pounds.
And then you had several ammo bearers.
Yeah, well, yeah, they were feeding us the equipment.
So after you blew off about a couple thousand rounds, did you stay put?
No, we kept moving all the time.
Why'd you keep moving?
They get zeroed in on you.
And that would have been it?
Yeah.
Wow.
11.
Huh?
11.
And so it's quite interesting. When Mr. Jeckovich and those young teenage boys are the best fighters.
Yeah, 33s.
Yeah. The military code is 33. They're teenage boys. They're the best fighters. When they went in, green, did you ever use a weapon before that?
No.
Never. They went in there green, didn't know, right out of high school or during high school. Many lied about their age and said they're older just to get in. And they were affectionately called the diaper division. And I say that very importantly, affectionately called the diaper division because...
They were young.
Young.
33s.
Uh-huh. And then one of Mr. Jeckovich's frontline infantry and many of his fellow fighting soldiers got caught in Bastogne, which was the beginning of the Battle of Bulge. They couldn't take the risk of losing Bastogne, and they were told by the higher up, you're in Bastogne, you have hundreds of thousands of Nazis around you, and you have 6,000 Nazi tanks around you.
Hold it.
Hold it, because we cannot give you air support. We cannot give you any supplies, because the weather's so bad we can't fly, and even paratroopers.
Yeah.
So they held it for 3 or 4 days. Casualty rate, 97%. But they held Bastogne. If they lost Bastogne, what would have happened?
The Germans come right in.
You could have lost the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so important, 97% casualty rate. So now as they went into the military's frontline infantry, they're affectionately called the Diaper Division. Now they have a new name, the Bloody Bastards of Bastogne. That's their new name. What was snow is red, blood, misery on every corner. So Patton got a hold of a chaplain and he says, "You got to help me make a prayer. We got to have to do something to clear these skies." So he got a chaplain to write him a prayer. It was about the size of a postcard. And he sent them out to 250,000, handed them out hand to hand. He keeps on handing them out to all these combat vets everywhere. Everyone prayed for the skies to open up. And it did.
Yeah.
And it did. On the fourth day, Patton was so happy that the prayer was answered. And he responded, "Thank you, God. It's beautifully, it's a goddamn day to kill some Germans." So your supplies came in, paratroopers everywhere,
Yeah.
machine gun fire from the above aircraft.
Yeah.
Whole thing's changed on the fourth day. And I still have a copy of this prayer, and if you look at some of our back readings, you'll see how it was written. So it was a big thing. And after that, Mr. Jeckovich and thousands of other soldiers went and broke open the gates at the prisoner of war camps and the Holocaust camps. And it's something that you didn't even want to talk about. You couldn't even imagine. So I say, the greatest generation that ever lived, and how can we be worthy of their legacy? We have to do a lot better, guys. We have to do a lot better. And finishing up on his rewards, the last two were Marksman Badge with Rifle Bar, an Honorable Service Lapel Button, World War II. So that was quite an accomplishment. I noticed here on your papers that you got drafted. You were living at 3063 Orleans Avenue, Niagara Falls,
Yeah.
New York. Is that your home?
Yeah.
Do you still remember your dog tag number?
42965.
Oh, be damned. Mr. Jeckovich, at that time when he was drafted, he weighed 187 pounds. How much are you now?
151.
Woo! You got a lot of catching up to do. You got a lot of catching up to do.
Never
You're 30
happened.
pounds.
Never happened.
Never happened. Well, on a positive note, you could fit into your World War II museum. Oh, by the way, the original copy of this book of Mr. Jeckovich, Their Mother's Sons, is in the World War II museum in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But on a positive note, on a friendly note, you being so light now, you could still fit into your World War II uniform with plenty of wiggle room.
Yeah.
Minutes, please. And I seen after the war was over, it was a bloody, miserable battle,
6.
that you were giving by Colonel F.D. Harris an allotment to get your life back to normal called the mustering out pay of $300.
$100 a month.
That's right. You're absolutely right. You've got a damn good memory. Yeah. It says here a note from Colonel J.H. Harris, Mr. Jeckovich will get a mustering out pay. That means to get your life set up as a civilian again, a total of $300 and paid at the rate of $100 a month.
Yeah.
And also they said they gave you a bonus here. The colonel said also give him his travel pay back home. Travel expense.
Bus stop.
Buses,
Yeah.
$21.95.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. It also said in these drafting papers that you were, as a boy, your last job was as a sheet metal worker. What did you do there?
Crosley, I work for Crosley, my uncle. I work with my uncle.
What was Croysdale?
He's a sheet metal guy, put on ducks work, and I work with him all the time.
And what uncle?
Uncle Andy.
Was he a good worker?
Yeah, he was a good worker, smart, third grade education.
He was a smart man?
Yeah.
Third grade education. Hey, that goes to show you, man. If you have ambition to do something right, you can do it.
Yeah.
He figured out all the math formulas to put up the sheet metal work.
Yeah.
And didn't you service all the factories in Buffalo and
Oh,
Niagara
I
Falls?
know every factory in Niagara Falls and Buffalo.
And so you were sizing up these places. So when you eventually got out of the war, you were looking for the cleanest and
Yeah.
nicest place. Is that
No,
what you're
so I
doing?
wound up with Colonel Clark.
You were sizing them up, right?
Yeah.
Some of them were really bad, right?
Yeah.
Would you have worked at Hooker?
No.
Why?
Well, it's cancer. I put a mask in your mouth.
Yeah. Guys are working there today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Would you have worked at Union Carbide?
No. Same
not?
thing, same thing.
Bad.
Yeah.
So that was a good introduction to where you're going to work after the military. You went to all the factories and you seen them.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That was amazing. And your Uncle Andy was your mother's brother.
Yeah.
And your mother's name was
Targus.
Anna Targus.
Yeah.
And her father's name was John. So that's how you got to be.
Yeah.
Minutes, please. That's how you got to be. That's a great story.
3.5.
And we have so many text messages, we probably won't get to them today. But a lot of people ask, I'd like to buy the book, how much and where?
And that's not for sale.
Yeah. It's not about money. Mr. Jeckovich has got plenty of money. The book is not for sale, never will be for sale. It's simply to give a younger generation a roadmap to have a simpler and maybe an easier life. Because Mr. Jeckovich did everything from A to Z. His mind is like a library. You can text him, he'll respond back, or you can talk to him, he's glad to talk with you. But this is the last of the World War II veterans. This is the last of it, there's no more. There's no more. Mr. Jeckovich, frontline infantry, and when he went into service, 16,400,000, 16,400,000 young men and women also gladly served in the military fighting for this country. Now we're down to frontline infantry, I'd say less than 5,000.
Do you think that when you were jogging,
Pardon?
when you were jogging beforehand, did that help you be a better soldier?
No, well, I was in good shape.
Yeah.
So now we're down to 5,000 or less actual World War II combat veterans. And we're losing them at a rate of 150 a day. That's the reality. That's the facts. If you have any questions for this man, text him at 407-366-0000. 407-366-0000. Minutes?
Minute 30.
And we do our best to strive and work very, very hard that we may be worthy of Mr. Jeckovich's legacy. It's people like this that save the country. Simply that. Can we be worthy of his legacy? Any questions, even if it's about marriage? How many years were you married?
69.
Yeah, he's got a good answer for marriage. He
Got a
proved
good
it.
record there.
You got a
Yeah.
damn good record.
Yeah.
69 years. How many minutes? Mr. Jeckovich went into the Roman Catholic Basilica in Tonawanda, New York, and he proposed to his wife, Delphine Stulak, for her hand in marriage. She accepted. They both went together to the front altar of the Roman Catholic Basilica in Tonawanda, and they prayed for a long and happy marriage. How'd that work out?
69 years.
Prayer answered.
Yeah,
30 seconds.
Prayer answered.
yeah. No discrimination at all.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then that was the best thing that happened for your mother. Tell us why.
Well, because then she had company. My mother was alone. My mother and Delphine got along great.
And Delphine took your mother everywhere.
Yeah. After I learned how to drive, yeah.
Oh, she didn't know how to drive.
Oh, she didn't know how to drive.
How'd she learn?
I taught her. It was Volkswagen.
Wow.
She had a shift and everything.
How'd she do with the gears?
It's gone to